Zach Taylor, the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, just got informed that the owner, Bobby Stone, is going a different direction with his staff and his relocating team. So he does what any other coach would do when he's given a notice he's going to get fired. Everybody knows. He blows up the team, making trades after trades for picks on picks, trading every star the Bengals have, completely destroying the roster all at once, back to back to back, before the owner could do anything. Trading everything, trading Joe Mixon, AJ Green, Geno Atkins, Tyler Eifert, Andy Dalton, Tyler Boyd, Giovanni Bernard, everyone. Before he knew it, bro. Well, this is what the team looked like before he knew it. Bobby Stone was mad. He fired him on the spot. He had to take over coaching for the first season, and no, that didn't go well at all. Team looking this bad. At least they got draft picks. Going to the draft, you have Dante Cross, who's projected to be the next Michael Vick, who's the #1 player in the draft. And with all them picks, they're sure to get him. Guaranteed. And they're really relocating to Chicago. As they're relocating to Chicago, which is a pretty hard place to go to. Have a whole new NFL team in there. I mean, they got an NBA team there too, so the market's pretty good. And they're looking at the names. It was tough for Bobby Stone to pick a name. I mean, he's going back and forth between the Tigers and the Cougars. The Tigers and the Cougars. It was just tough. Does he keep the Bengals? The Chicago Bengals? Chicago Blues? Chicago Tigers? Chicago Cougars? That's a hard decision. He sat there for hours and hours sitting there, trying to debate his decision. But eventually, he took fan interest into play. And before you knew it, he made his decision. He went through him one more time and decided to go with the Chicago Tigers. Probably a good decision going later on and get the fans interested. Next, you're looking at the uniforms. The uniforms are key to an NFL team. Key. As they show the swag on the field, because if you look good, you play good. And that's the motto Bobby Stone goes by. He goes by that motto. The all orange was looking a little, it was too much orange. He didn't really like it like that. He's trying to picture it on the field. Like, well, you try to bring players in, the uniform's kind of trash. I wouldn't want to play for you. I wouldn't want to play for a team with uniforms that are trash. So he's looking at the gray pants and the orange jersey, and he's looking. Ends up making his decision. White pants for home. Now we get into the off season. They had a terrible season, but they decided to go with Fred Blackstone. And Fred Blackstone's first decisions as a coach signed Eric Ebron, as they're really trying to underpay him because nobody was really paying him like that. So he went for the underpay. Ended up getting him for pretty cheap. Next, they're going for Jack Conklin, the right tackle. 28, 26. He's pretty good. But it's just like this team needs everything after what Zach Taylor did on. But looking at it, we got some people to accept. Then we end up getting Gus Edwards to accept also. That's just light work. Now we into the draft. The draft is a big part. Fred Blackstone, new coach, who just went on Twitter recently, said, "Thank you, Zach Taylor, for blowing up his team. Give me the opportunity to become coach." With such a strong draft class. Draft class was super strong this year. With the first pick, of course, everyone knew it had to be Dante Cross. He's the next Michael Vick, apparently.
The Chicago Tigers are now on the
And as you can see, it was a really good pick. Which 79. overall and will be the starting quarterback. Going into the second pick, this where Fred Blackstone was kind of iffy, bro. Because there's so many strong points you could go to. So many strong players in this draft class. It's just like, what are my key needs? So I started looking at receiver, and like, we need a number one receiver. We don't have one. Get rid of AJ Green. He's trying to decide between Jimmy and John, but it's 6'3" and 6'4". He's looking around, seeing is there any other options he can go with. He's looking at Zachary Moran, decides to take the left guard.
The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock.
77 overall left guard, the feature of the O-line right there. Going to the third pick. All these picks got him set up in the first round. And it's really, really good. As we're looking further and further into the draft, he's thinking about defense. We need somebody on defense to carry. We need a field general. We need somebody on defense that's going to be great. And with his pick, he takes Spencer Luckett, the next Aaron Donald. And it's going to be cool.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Panthers are up next. Vikings pick a corner.
Jaguars are now on the clock.
The Panthers are up next.
Are now on the clock.
Jaguars, Seahawks.
The Chicago Tigers are now on the clock.
But now the Chicago Tigers are back here. And they're looking at what else to take. As he's looking at the draft board. Yeah, what's good? You look at the receivers that are still up there, and he takes one of them. He's still trying to decide which one. And he takes John Grant. Only a 75. But it's cool. They can develop him. That's what they're going to be trying to do. Looking at the draft board some more, they take Vaughn Roberts, running back, who should make their run game elite. Looking at the draft board some more. Trying to look through. Does he need linemen? Other than Darn need a lineman. He's thinking about it. I mean, if we need linemen, but is that our primary need right now? Our entire team is trash. Our linemen could be the least of our worries. We still need somebody to lead the defense. We got the next Aaron Donald, but now we got his counterpart, Martin Northern. This could be the next Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. Like the 1-2 punch. The Clowney and J.J. Watt. I know Clowney's not a D tackle or a D lineman in general, but he's a good pass rusher. And that's what they want him to be. Looking next at the draft board. He's looking. He's looking at Bobby Sherman, and he drafts Bobby Sherman, a sleeper in the first round. Who should have been? A lot of people think he should have been second, late second, maybe even third round. Fred Blackstone knows how to see talent. Sherman is going to be a key part to this team. Just wait. Just wait. He's looking at his draft board some more. He takes Keldon Hunt, which is, is alright. That's about all you can get. But what's left in this draft? Coming to the last important pick. Fred Blackstone. Looking at the draft board. Trying to make his last decision. And he decides to take Howard Bowie. It's tough. Now looking at the complete draft, you see it was pretty good. You had some really good talent in this draft. It was a really good draft for Fred Blackstone. And this team looks real promising, as you can see. And I can't wait to see all these rookies on the field together and who will compete to be Rookie of the Year.
Start your week by installing
Rookie of the Year,
game
defensive,
plan.
offensive. We'll see.